Big day today here, boys. Big day. As you can see on the board behind me, it says celebrate, not celibate, so don't get any ideas, all right? Today is a day that calls for celebration. I've made about 9 or 10 videos at this point now, and I've got double-digit subscribers. So I think the most fitting celebration here, my first ever clickbait title. Here we go, baby. That's right, this is the most important video I will ever make. And we're gonna go through the 2 components of it today. So the 2 most important components for a long and successful training career are consistency and coaching. The 2 C's, they're equally important. You gotta show up, you gotta train, you gotta keep coming in, and you gotta hire a good coach. So let's break these down and get into the inner workings, the fine details of each one of these components. All right, let's talk about consistency. Speaking of consistency, the consistency of this Fairlife nutrition plan, chocolate protein shake, just absolutely phenomenal. Can't get enough, highly recommend it. Get them at Costco, nice and cheap. Short term versus long term, the first topic here. People always overestimate what they can do in the short term, and they underestimate what they can do in the long term, right? So they're always like, oh, I want to start training, in the context of training here anyways. They're like, I want to start training and I want to squat 405 in my first year of training. And then if they don't, they get all disappointed and they're like, oh, I'll just quit training altogether, or they like overreach too much because they think they get attached to this number and they have to squat 405, and then like they smash their head against the wall. Not a good idea, all right? And then they underestimate what they can do in the long term. So it's like, you might not squat 405 for 2 or 3 years, but maybe you could squat like 600 in 10 years or 15 years if you just keep doing this stuff, right? So the way to be consistent and keep training over time, this is something I see a lot of people mess up. Right here we got optimal versus effective. People are so obsessed with doing what's optimal, which is great for the NLP, like we said before, right? Like that's one, like pretty much the only area of your training where everything is gonna be just absolutely optimal. But after that, don't get too caught up in what's optimal versus what's effective, right? Because if you do something that's 80% effective instead of 100% effective, but you can continue to do it for 10 to 15 years, you're gonna see way better results than if you're doing the 100% effective thing at the detriment of other areas of your life, and then it makes you sad, and then it's just destined to fail. The same thing goes for training, nutrition, sleep, etc., right? You see it time and time again. And then this last little graphic here, we got a squiggly line with a lot of peaks and valleys, and that's basically what success, or rather progress, looks like over the long term once you're beyond the novice phase of lifting, right? So like this is the novice phase. We have this steady increase. We reach a peak here, then we might like dip down for a little bit, and then like it's kind of all over the place. Maybe that was like an injury. Maybe this was like a vacation or something, But the point is, it's trending up over time. The start point and the end point, we've improved quite a bit, and that's the important part, right? I'll tell you a story about a client of mine here at Starting Strength Boston. He's going to remain anonymous, all right? So this guy, he's been training at the gym since like, I think October, maybe November of last year. And he's made a lot of progress in that time. He started off squatting like 3 sets of 5 at 95 pounds. He was like a skinny, kind of lanky dude. Never really trained for strength before. And then like a couple weeks ago, he squatted 270 for a single. He's pulling in the mid 3s now. But the point is, he did this the whole time, doing what's effective, but not what's optimal, right? So the guy's got 2 kids, he's got a wife. He is, a busy guy. He's established in his career, travels a lot for work. There have been periods between the start of his training career and now where he only trained twice a week, only once a week sometimes. Sometimes it's 3 times a week, right? And then like the days during the week would change on the fly. So it'd be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday one week, and then like Tuesday and Saturday the next week, and then like only Monday and Wednesday, or sometimes like 2 days in a row, depending on the week, right? But the point is, he went from like pretty much nothing for his squat. Now he's got a 270 squat. For a late 30s dude, that's pretty good. And the bottom line is that he made a lot of progress doing what's effective, not what's optimal. And then if he just keeps continuing to do that, he's going to keep tacking on strength over the long term. He's going to stay healthy. He's going to be able to enjoy, his long life with his wife and his family. So that's a great thing. That's what we want to do. All right. And then down here, you can see I have the equal sign in coaching. This is where the coaching component ties in. So when you pay for coaching, right? You're paying for time, and you're not paying for my time, you're paying for your time, okay? Because I've already made all these mistakes, right? And I've seen other people make the mistakes, I've worked with them. So at this point now, you can come to me, I'll help you get on the fast track, skip all the mistakes, skip all the crap, and just get right into making progress and doing what is effective for you. All right. Another thing you get with coaching is accountability, right? So if you're paying a lot of money to someone and they're expecting you to show up at a certain time, you're a lot more likely to do it, right? If you pay for like a commercial gym, it's kind of like you're setting your own schedule, setting your own workouts, and it's kind of lackadaisical, right? You don't know what you're doing. You're kind of making it up on the fly, right? But with the coaching, you have a structured plan, you have structured goals, and you're training, not exercising, right? So you're making progress over time. And then speaking of making it up on the fly, once you reach a certain point in training, the programming becomes very variable to the point where I might even be changing it up on the fly, workout to workout, based on stuff like bar speed, like recovery, like if I see you doing your warm-ups, you reach your last warm-up and it's like a slow, grindy rep, and you tell me like, yeah, I got 3 hours of sleep last night and I didn't eat, then maybe we can change it on the fly. I can still program something that is effective for you, even if it's not optimal for the day, so you're still gonna get something out of it, right? And it's not just a wash. Whereas people on their own, if that happens, sometimes they just like smash their head against the wall, they go for the planned work set, they're like, I have to do it. They fail reps, they go backwards, right? We can just avoid all that. Hire me, I'll help you out, all right? So that's really it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got something to say it to my face down in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. Follow Starting Strength Boston on Instagram, great page. And yeah, that's about it for the video, so have a great day, pal.